Well, good afternoon, and welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am Jeremy, your host, and welcome into Creator Cabin, where we can all connect with each other and grow. I want to start by welcoming in, if you have joined the channel for the first time, first of all, thank you so much for tuning in today. Your viewership is very well appreciated. I appreciate you. And let's go ahead and get started. Here at Creator Cabin, what I want to do is create. The main thing that we do as creators is we sit around and we think of ways to, you know, engage with you guys to show you what it is that we're doing and where we're going and things like that. And one of the main basic fundamentals that I want to go over with you today is none other than video editing. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, video editing. We're going all the way to the very beginning. I want to welcome in the chat. First of all, thank you for coming in. If you're here for the replay, leave me a hashtag replay. I know that your day will go very well. I know that your day is going well. I just know it. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for watching the video. Cruise ship drone, good afternoon. Welcome in. Happy Sunday afternoon. Thank you for spending the day with me, Mr. Mike, a creator that I've known for quite some time, and just blessing my channel all the way around. You know, collection of channels all the way. Cruise ship drone. Check them out. Very, very good channel. I'm sitting here looking at the YouTube page, and it's drone footage of cruise ships, and drone footage. Just in the event that you enjoy that, check them out at Cruise Ship Drone. Also, a near and dear person to my heart here, Miss Danny D is in the house. Danny Dizzle, Supermod 30. I'll give her a big hand clap in the chat and also in the replay. All right, so let's get started. Editing a video. I mean, what can I say here? There are many ways that you can make an edited video easy, or there are many ways that you can make it complicated. It just depends on how much time you want to spend on it, And as creators, we think of ways to, show you where we're going, maybe put some music over it, and, things like that, just simple editing. But, and that's what I want to do today, is show you how to edit simply, a beginner's guide, if you will, to the editing engine that I use, which is Filmora. So let me see. And I put this slideshow together. That way, it'll make it a little easier to understand where we're going here. It's a beginner's guide to editing with Filmora, and we are going to dive right into it. First of all, what is Filmora? It is a editing app made by Wondershare. Wondershare, it produces this just great layout for you to put your assets in and then move them around, edit them, and everything. So understanding the interface, let me go into a presenter screen. That way I can show you what this is, but also have to read this thing. Media library over here. This is the way it's going to look like whenever you first open up Filmora. Your media over here is where you're going to pull in audio and video files and pictures and everything that you want to put on what's called a timeline. This is what's called your timeline here. I'm blowing up my mouse so you can see it. Over here is where you're going to put in all your media. Now you have your project media, which can be found in a folder on your computer. Now my focus right here is to put all of the photos and videos that you want to use in the project in one folder before opening Filmora. It cuts way down on time. Okay, so the first step is to import some photos and videos. So if you click on that, it will open up a second window, which looks like this. It's all your folders and everything. Mine is stored on a cloud drive. So I'm going to go into my cloud drive here and pull in something from the Cruising is Fun Anytime Glory Cruise that we did. Okay, so I am going to pull in some photos and videos off of the cruise. That way we can put something together. Let's see. Let me just pull in some photos here. Okay, I'm going to get these three and then pull in those. It'll import the photos. And then I want to import a video, maybe during the same amount of time, to pull into it. Let's pull in this one because this is the tail of a cruise ship. So now see, this is a 55-second video clip, okay? The way that you do this is if you want all of these assets to be on the same timeline, what you would do is select the ones that you want to go on the timeline, and then you click and drag them down to video 1. Now it's going to ask you, the resolution or frame rate of this media does not match the settings of this project. Do you want to change the project settings to match the media? Now this is maybe your indication that the frame rate or the aspect ratio or the project settings are about to change. If you have photos that do not necessarily fill up the screen because you put your phone up like this and it's just going to be with all of this stuff on the side, I'm also going to deal with that too. So you either want to keep the project settings, which is what you said at the very beginning on the initial setup for Filmora, which I set it to 1920 by 1080 at 25 frames. So I'm going to keep the project settings so as to lay out a full-size canvas. Now you see my canvas over here, it's not filled up with these black bars, and I want to go over that first. If you have a photo that does that, in Filmora, what you would do is click on the actual photo, and then you can right-click it and say crop to fit. If you know that you have centered your photo correctly to where the center of the photo is just going to pop out like this, watch this. Because this photo was taken correctly, whenever I hit that button, it's just going to automatically snap me to this canvas size, kind of like I did right here in the presenter window with myself. And so that's what fit to screen means, is it's going to take that aspect ratio and automatically fix it. So that way you don't have to click and drag the handles or anything out of the frame. You don't have to do any of that. Alternatively, if you wanted to do that, let me back it out. So I'm going to undo what I just now did, and you see it pops it back out. So what you can do is grab it, pull the sides in. Okay, let's say you just wanted my shirt in the shot. Okay, you can do all of that. Just drag it to where you want it to, pull in the sides, or pull out the sides. You can do all of that if you really just want a custom way. Let's say you just wanted the waiter in there on this side of the screen. You could still do that. That gives you total control over how much and where your photo is going to sit in that frame, in the video frame itself. So let me just back out all of that. That way I can go back to where it was. Now, if you notice, I just took everything off, but that's okay. You can just drag it back down, put it right back, keep the project settings, and move on. Now, I'm going to crop to fit. That way my face just sits over the whole thing. Then we're going to deal with this photo right here, but as you can see, the cursor did not move whenever I clicked it. So now you move the cursor over it and the image changes. Let's see, this was a picture of babysitting with some creators and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is fit this one to screen, crop to fit. And then it's good. So what we then want to do is deal with this video right here. Now, if you notice, there is no audio on these two pictures because no audio came with it. So we're not going to have a song playing here or anything. The video comes in when this tail of the ship happens here, and it looks like it was shot through a window, just out of the back of the ship right here. I'm scrubbing the video to see where, if any, did I correct that. Okay, so now this is going to be your first video cut. okay, your first video cut right here is where you want to start the video. Now, Filmora allows me to just do this in a really neat way, and I want to share this tip with you real quick. What you would do then is right-click it, and you hit Trim Start to Playhead. What that means is the playhead is going to move to where the last photo was. In other words, where the video first came in, that's where the cursor and your video is now going to jump to, and all of what you just scrubbed is going to be deleted. Or you can hit split right here. Now split is a really good one. You stop the video at that point, and then you can click on the video before it and then delete. Okay, so now you can see that the video is substantially shorter. It's right there, you know, that's where it is. And now the remainder of this video is, now what I would do is scrub the rest of it just to see, is the footage consistent with the stop. It pretty well is, except for that point right there when that corner comes in at the very top. So what I would then do is back it up where the corner doesn't come into the frame at all, and then right click it and hit Trim End to Playhead. So now we have this very clean view of the water going out of the back of the cruise ship, and then these two photos are going to play ahead of time. So what you would do is rewind your video and hit play. Now see, there's no sound playing over this because there's no sound under it. So it's just going to play two photos and then do a quick cut into this video. I wasn't talking over this footage, so clearly it is a clip that I just did for film purposes, which is called B-roll. Now you could film B-roll at any time, because now what I'm about to do is to completely do away with the volume on this. That way nobody on the other end hears it. Okay, so Filmora allows you to just hover your mouse over this sound bar that's just below the video, click it, and drag it all the way down. There's another way to do this, and that is over here in the audio settings, right here to the right, up in the upper right hand corner. You can bring the volume of the clip, or you can fade the volume in, fade it out. You can do a lot of audio controls here on the right hand panel. This is your audio panel, your video, the colors. All of your editing tools are going to be right here on this panel dealing with this one clip. So that it's like this clip properties is all over here, and you can do all of this with all clips as long as it's video and it has sound. So what I always do is just drag it down. If it's B-roll, it doesn't get volume, so it doesn't matter if music is playing over whatever you're filming, because now you can just turn the volume down and it's just going to play cleanly with no audio whatsoever. So let's play it again. So you see this first picture is coming in. It quickly goes to that one. It's a cut. That's what you call a clean cut. Then it cuts to the video. So now the video portion of it is done. I'm happy with the edit, the main edit. All of the bad parts have been cut out of it, and I could let it go, but I want to do more. A lot of basic video editing also is not just video, but it's covered in the audio section. Now, this is a little short 30-second video. Okay, it's not going to take that much song or anything like that. I can't put together, you know, a whole song to put here. So what I would do is now what is called create a beat. Now, the way that I do it to avoid copyright claims on YouTube is I write my own beat. There is an audio section that you can do it here by clicking the audio tab. There is music that you have saved on your computer. That's in the Mine tab right here. It's in downloads, my music, you know, all of that good stuff. They have all of where you can put your personal music right here on this timeline over the video. I'm not going to do that today. There is music right here, which is their music. This is music that comes with the editing software, and you can use it. They have different categories here, if you will. There's vlog, there's happy and upbeat, there's children's, sad and sentimental, you know, and all of that is good if you want to use it. Filmora allows you to use it, and for $20 a month, you can have all of these unlimited assets with the, you know, the premium content and stuff like that. But since I do create music on my own, I don't use any of their paid assets, if you will. Let's see. There is a way to write your own music with AI right here in Filmora. And this is what I do. You pick a mood, a theme, and a genre. Okay, this is a cruise ship video, so what mood are we going for? We're going for probably either sentimental, laid back, dreamy, elegant, glamorous, you know, peaceful. Let's choose peaceful right here. And then the theme of it is what? Is it a vlog? Is it travel? Yeah, it looks like travel to me. So you pick travel. And then the genre is how you want it to hit, you know. Let's go with, you got pop, beats, electro and dance, rock, world, hip-hop, lo-fi hip-hop, or acoustic. Tokyo night pop, Latin, tropical house, ambient, orchestra, or, you know, it all depends on what kind of mood you want to put the audience in. And also, it might be good if it matched the footage. So the footage says that this is going to be a really laid back, relaxed video. It's peaceful travel. So that's what we're going to call it, peaceful travel, because of these two categories right here. Now your settings is where you're going to tweak the music. I need a beat that lasts 30 seconds, so I'm going to move the music duration down to 30 seconds. Or 35 seconds actually, because it needs to be some bleed if you want to fade it in or out. Then, how many beats do you want them to make? Okay, I want to make 3. That way I can choose from 3. You can go up to 6. They'll let you. They'll create 1 to 6 similar songs to each other, and then you could choose from them. And then, do you want the tempo to be slow, medium, or fast? Here's your tempo: low, medium, or high. I'm going slow, slow and easy. Okay, so I set all of that. Click out of it and then hit generate. Now what this does is I received a whole bunch of credits, AI credits, for not only purchasing a lifetime license for Filmora version 13, which cost $80. I paid $80 for this program, this computer program, and it's a lifetime license. As long as I have a Macintosh computer, I can transfer it to the new machine as I go. But it gave me a whole bunch of AI credits for doing that, and then you could earn AI credits with Filmora, but we won't be able to go into that today. But to create these beats, it'll cost me 30 credits. So I just hit generate and wait. And generally, while that's happening, is I will do some other things to enhance the timeline, but I'm going to go ahead and take it step by step. And our beats are starting to come in, so let's hear what they have to say with peaceful travel. Let's hear it. Okay, not that one. Okay, that's a maybe. I think that one will do. So what you do is you click it and drag it down to your timeline and drop it right here on your audio tab. You drop it here, it's going to download it, and then it's going to put it there. Okay, now if you notice, it went a little longer than my video. You can see that the audio is longer than the video. That's okay, because upon watching the replay here, so the song is still going, but the footage cut off. What you do is you click right here where the playhead is, and then you right click, and remember again, trim end to playhead right here, and that will get rid of the rest of the song and perfectly align it with the cutoff point on the video. Okay, so now you have a video with a song over it, and again, it's okay. I'm gonna let it go like this. Basic editing. Okay, so now those rough cuts could be a little distracting to the audience. So what I would then do is go to the transitions tab up here. So now the video is laid out, the audio is laid out. Now what you want to put over the video and on a layer on top of the video is transitions. Okay, dissolve is the one that fades one clip into the other. Okay, fade, it will fade out the current clip and fade in the second clip. And so these are the two main ones that I use right here is dissolve and fade. There are many others, many other transitions. And once again, there's free assets here in Filmora, and then there's paid assets in Filmora. Paid assets cost you a monthly fee of $20 if you want to use these paid assets. I choose not to because, you know, the main reason why I would do that would be the music, because dissolve, fade, clock wipe, you know, left to right, up, down, you know, those are the basic transitions that I use for my content. So let's get a dissolve here, and you would click it, drag it, and what you could do here is there are three positions. One is before the split, one is in between the split, and another is after the split. How do you want this dissolve to come in whenever these two clips do their thing? I want one clip to fade into the other, so I would put it exactly in between and drop it. So what that does then is, as this picture is playing and the next picture comes in, is it fades into the next one. So then the fade, I want to try to kill down the photo version of it, and because I'm changing the mood, now I'm bringing in something that moves. So I need an attention getter. It's like, hey, something else is about to happen besides just a slideshow of pictures going from one thing to another. So generally, Jeremy's tip on this one is generally what I would do is bring in another type of transition. That way the audience knows that you're about to do something else with your footage. It's a visual aid to let you tell a story, is what it does. So I would drop in the fade at that point. So you notice this one, it fades one into the other. But the next one is going to completely drop out of the screen to a black and then quickly come back. Okay, so this is a more complete video. And let's go back to the presenter window because I got some more tips to share with you guys. And I see y'all coming into the chat. Let me read the chat here. See you all's coming in. Hey, Cruise Ship Drone, Danny D, Savage Vlogger. Hey, what is going on? Hello, good afternoon, and welcome in. We are creating today. We're doing basic video editing. So understanding the interface, we went over the timeline and where you can drag your assets from the media library and everything. The preview window is actually where you can see your video playing as you go through your timeline. The toolbar, now this is a whole different ball game right here. Now we're talking about some tools that you can use to enhance your video. Okay, there are many, this is your toolbar here, and there are many functions. Now, let's see. This one, I like to click everything and see what it does. Now, see, this is where a lot of other things can come into your editing right here, such as color match, AI matting tools, the duration of how long you want something to go on, motion tracking, which is, you know, if you want to follow a certain thing in the video, it allows you to do it. Keyframing is available here. All of these other things that you can do. There's also some AI tools as well. AI translation, text to speech, speech to text. There's a lot of tools available here. Then, let's see. Let me click out of this. The one that I use a lot, and here's your basic editing. Here's an undo button, a delete button, a split button. That's the scissors. there is an audio stretch. Now say this song was too short and you needed to make it longer. What the AI does is it will reconfigure the beat and add extra music based off of the music that's already playing for the duration of the clip that you need. And we're not going to go over that today, though. That's an intermediate. That's for intermediate users. There's a quick text. You can add a text subtitles and stuff like that. And we're going to go over titles next because that's another thing that I do, and that's the very next step in editing as well. Here is drawing tools. You can draw on your video. You can do a lot of stuff with Filmora here. And this is your basic editing tools. Over here on your toolbar, it has everything to do with your timeline control. Render preview, add marker, record a voiceover. Let's say you needed to talk over this video. You would do this. You could click this button and just leave an audio file here in addition to the music that's already playing. Here's your audio mixer in the event that you need to fine-tune your audio. Let's say you do record a voiceover. You can talk over the music and have the music a little lower by adjusting the volume levels here. That way you have consistent volume all the way across your clip. Let's see. Zoom to fit timeline. You can fit your entire project on this one, and also there's a timeline stretcher. The way you do that is you hover over your time here, you click and drag one way or the other depending on how fine-tuned you want to do this, because sometimes you want the clip to hit right where that music clip hits, that high music clip right there. Sometimes you want to split that and do something else with the clip, so being able to read the waveform of the audio and know when the audio hits, like, you know, that's a good indication right there. So let's see. I want to do some titles, so you let the viewer know what it is that you're about to do in the video and also during the video, because this picture is not saying a lot. It's just me sitting there. So what you would do then is go to titles, and then you can create your own titles here. You can have custom titles and material packs. I don't go about it like that. What I do is I hit title effects or title templates. They have certain templates that you need, like lower third, social media, subtitles, end credits, news. You know, you can click through the different categories of titles that you want to do, or you can just say title effects, plain text. And let's see, you can pull up the free ones right here, and I'm going to put a glow title on it. That's what it's going to look like. If you just click on it, then it'll show you what. Click it, drag it, and drop it. Okay, this title, I don't want it to say glow. What I want it to say is Jeremy. Okay, and you can move these titles around, resize them, and put a different, you know, thing. I would put this here, move it out of the way, resize it by simply doing this. You don't have to do it here if you drag the corners. Okay? Oh, I'm dragging my video out the way. That's not good. Okay, but this title now, it could be a different preset right here. I mean, you got different title effects that you could use. Over here, what I would do is select all that's in this box, and then you could do different presets here. I like the TikTok one right here. That one's kind of cool. And then you click out of it just to see what it looks like. And then this is just a plain text, so it's not going to move. It's not going to have any motion in it, but it does last for the entire duration of that video clip, and then or that photo, and then it just drops off. You see the endpoint is right here. Now, if you want the endpoint to come before the transition, I would generally cut it off before something starts changing, because now we're introducing a whole different person. Okay? So Jeremy needs to drop off kind of right there. And now it's gone. So before I leave, my name leaves, because now I'm fading into another person, which is Cheryl. Now, if you want this style to be on the second title, all you really have to do is place your cursor where you want it to appear and right click it and say duplicate. Now, what that will do is it will create a brand new title right here in the exact same in the exact same timing, in the exact same style, in the exact same way. So that way you don't have to recreate titles over and over again. That's a really good time saver. The duplicate button is a doll. I love it. So now instead of saying Jeremy, what I could do then is say Cheryl, because that is who is in the photo. Cheryl, amongst other people, but you know, I mainly just took a picture of her. That's pretty much what it was. So now you have both of us being introduced in the video with the title. That way I don't literally have to say my name. It's already here. So there it is. Playback is very important. Okay, and it just abruptly cuts off, right? Okay, so the way I look at that is abrupt. You know, it doesn't do anything for the viewer. What I generally would do now is go to transitions and then get this dissolve and bring it down. And now the video part will fade off, but what about the audio? Remember, you can click on it here and put a fade out right here, or you can take another dissolve and bring it here and put it on the audio. And then tweak it here. I'm going to go for 3 seconds. I want the audio to start fading out before the video. So the timing is, it has to be right there at the end. Okay, so now we have a piece of content that is by all means complete. It is. So that is basic video editing for you. We now have a video with a title and transitions and fades and all of that. So that is basic video editing. I want to go back to the presenter window because there is some more things in here. That's the interface. Importing and timeline basics. Now this, step 1 is import your footage by dragging and dropping the video files directly into the Filmora's media library, or use the file menu to browse and select clips from your device storage. I recommend that your videos and photos and videos be in one folder. That way you can grab that whole folder and everything in it and just select all and import. Doing a batch import also takes a while. Okay, the computer is going to get all of that stuff and bring it into that one folder and put it nice and neat for you. Once you select import, generally you can go do something else for a while, unless you just got a machine like that can just grab it all at once and stuff. But having all of that stuff in one place is really important. It cuts down a lot of time. And step 2, drag assets from the media library down to the timeline and arrange them just like we just went over. Step 3 is use the scissor tool to split clips at one point on the timeline. Whenever you want that clip to disappear, use that split. Use the right click. Start to playhead, end to playhead. Those are things that do make your workflow a lot easier. And then you can trim the start and end of each clip by dragging the clip edges inward and outward of the timeline. You can also do that too. Is you can see that the cursor changes or maybe you can't. But the cursor changes whenever you go to the beginning or the end of the clip that you want to shorten or lengthen. You can do that too. Jeremy's focus on this section is I edit the main video first, overlay other photos and videos as I go, and then locking each video track. Now here's another trick that you can use too. Let's say you had something overlaid that you don't want to move in position, is you can lock the track. And what that locks is everything on the timeline exactly when it hits and when it's supposed to be there. Locking your tracks is also something that I do in OBS as well, locking everything down. That way it stays exactly where you want it to, because a while ago you could see that the video, it moved, whenever I tried to move the title. So locking down your video tracks and audio tracks is a good way to make sure that everything stays where you want it to. Save your project as you go. This is another important thing. You need to be saving as you go. That way the machine can do what's called a background render. What rendering literally is whenever a computer says, okay, I have all of these photos and videos that are going to be in this particular order at this particular time. And that's what the computer's doing, is it's putting everything together and producing a final result, if you will. And so that's what we're about to do now. Over here on Filmora, it's called export. Okay? So I'm going to call this J and S. And then the export setting that I use is MP4. It is the recommended quality of 1920 by 1080 at 25 frames a second. And I just use that because it does speed it up. Now, if you're dealing with 4K or 8K or anything like that, naturally you want to go with the video settings that you that you have set. So also you want to enable GPU accelerated video encoding. That way your GPU is used to render this final result, not your CPU, so it doesn't drag down your machine. So you want to export it in that quality, and this is rendering. Let me read the chat while that is going. So let's see who else has made it in here. All right, Nightbot and Botrix is in the house. Hello. Good afternoon. All right, this has been converted successfully, and so now we can open the folder and view where it is. And yep, there it is. It's a 29-second video. It can now be shared everywhere, all over the world. So that's basic video editing, and this guide is available, downloadable in the description of this video. Now there are some other tips that I want to share with you here, and let me bring the presentation back up. Okay, so now enhancing your story is going to look a little something like this. Using transitions and cross dissolve and other transitions to connect clips smoothly and naturally. Transitions eliminate hard cuts and give your video a polished professional flow between scenes. Your audio management, under the audio management tab, it says layer the background music beneath your main audio track. Use the volume mixer to balance levels for clarity. Fade in and out controls to help ensure smooth audio transitions throughout your video. Your titles and lower thirds, add captions, speaker names, and contextual text using Filmora's built-in title templates. Lower thirds, they are ideal for introducing people or highlighting key information on the screen. In other words, whenever a scene changes and you got a different person on the screen, it would be good for the viewers to know who this person is. So that's why you would put titles over your video. Effects and filters is something that is also used as well. Let's say you got a clip that's too dark or too light or anything. There are many ways that you can put effects, video effects, over by simply dragging them onto the video clip that you're working with. Now let's see. My focus is to make your video shine. Add as much or as little additional elements to make your video stand out. Now what this does is it keeps the viewer's retention. If you have a video that looks like this one, chances are they're going to watch it, you know, but in the event that you want them to watch it to the end, this is where you start spicing it up with different visual elements, or by having a quick cut or a zoom into someone's face as they're talking. You can do as much or as little as you want to with your video, but once you hit that export button, that means that you have you know, tried it out and looked good to you, and then you can let it go. And let's see, there are some rendering and export settings. Rendering is whenever you're done with the video and it's good to go. You click export to open the settings panel, choose the MP4 format for broad compatibility across devices and platforms. Set the resolution to 1080p and the frame rate to 30 for optimal quality. Upload directly once the export is complete. So this has been a presentation of Filmora, and we will do some more. We just need to get some more projects, and I'm going to run an intermediate lesson for those that want to attend later on. So another thing we do here at Creator Cabin is we highlight creators who are doing a great job out here. And the first one I could bring to y'all is none other than Cruise Ship Drone. Okay, Cruise Ship Drone is some friends of ours, friends of the channel here, and you know, just all around good people. Mike and Tracy, they're in the DFW area, but they're cruisers. Okay, and as a result, Cruise Ship Drone has drone footage of cruise ships, and that's exactly what this is. Let me read the about section here. It says, "Hello everyone, Cruise Ship Drone here. We used to be cruise nuts, but a hacker deleted our channel." That's right, that really did happen. So I created this channel dedicated to my cruise ship drone footage. Over time, I will build the channel with most of a cruise ship that is out there. Please consider subscribing, liking the videos, and maybe commenting as well to help this new channel grow. Thanks for watching, Mike and Tracy, aka X Cruise Nuts. So they got 11K subscribers. That's good. And as we can see, there is some consistency going on with the thumbnails, if you will. This is another attention getter. Okay, this is really an attention getter, because if your thumbnails are matching, then that shows visual consistency throughout. Now, one thing that I do is I change my visuals. I do this on purpose. Whenever I drop a new cruise ship vlog series over on my cruise ship channels, then I'm changing the whole entire design for that particular series of videos. And that's another attention getter, is now you're changing cruise ships, or you're changing something else, or changing, you know, the feel of the video. A good way to do that is to get this thumbnail to match the feel of the video. So that's another good way too. Let me hide something on this OBS thing over here. I gotta, because my vertical source, one of my vertical sources needs to be cut off. All right, so going back to Cruise Ship Drone, over here, there's we got, let's see, Eurodam, the Celebrity Infinity. Let's look at the Viking ship right here. This is very nice.
Experience all the comfort and elegance of our award-winning fleet with an expedition ship built specifically to explore the world's most remote destinations and allow you to immerse yourself in these regions. Only 378 guests. Crew, 256. Length, 665 feet. Beam, 77 feet. Class, Polar Class 6. Year built, 2022 experience all the comfort and elegance of an expedition ship built specifically to explore the world's most remote destinations and allow you to immerse yourself in these regions. The 378-passenger Polar Class 6 Viking Octantis is optimally sized and built for expeditions, small enough to navigate the St. Lawrence River, while large enough to provide superior handling and stability in the roughest seas. The ship features public spaces that are familiar to Viking's ocean cruise guests but that have been reimagined for expeditions, as well as new public spaces created specifically for expeditions. Straight bows, longer hulls and state-of-the-art fin stabilizers will allow the ships to glide over the waves for the calmest possible journey. Ice strength and Polar Class 6 hulls will provide the safest way to explore, and U-tag stabilizers will significantly decrease rolling by up to 50% when the ships are stationary. Viking's expedition ships will feature modern Scandinavian design with elegant touches, intimate spaces and attention to detail.
Yep. Okay. Another channel here that is that I wanted to highlight today is none other than More to See. More to See. Their handle is More to See MNJ, and they're a regular actually on another channel of mine. Cruising is Fun Anytime and Jeremy and Cheryl Cruise Adventures. We have a morning show and regulars on the morning show, so I decided to bring them up today. More to See says, "Welcome to our channel. We are Mark and Gerald Moore, who are on this journey through life together. We love to travel, see new things, and experience great places to eat. We both continue to work full time. However, at this stage in our lives, we realize life can be short, so we are determined to live it. On our channel, we will share our adventures and outings with you. We will give our honest reviews and hopefully help you decide if these things you would like to do or places, these things are things you would like to do or places you would like to go. We've done a lot throughout our many years together. However, after 31 years of marriage, we realize that there is still more to see." And there is some videos here. They have 396 subscribers. I believe we can do better than this. So in addition to Cruise Ship Drone, hit up at More to See M&J. I'm going to put this link right here in the chat. That way you guys can go directly to it. And also, speaking of the chat, if you notice, there was a poll that we have going on today. And let's see if my chat works. Let's see, paste. There it is. And then my chat is working, so let's check on the poll. All right, so far, 50% of you says that your biggest content creation bottleneck right now is coming up with fresh ideas. That is a good thing. 25% of you say it is consistency and finding time. Also, 25% of you say mastering the algorithm and SEO. Yeah, that's another big one too. I see that there are some people who have made it into the chat. Baby has made it in. Cheryl's in the chat under Armani. Good afternoon. Hello and welcome in. Also, Scotty J Travels. Whoop whoop. Hey, hello. Welcome in. Hello, welcome in to everybody. Let me pop this chat back down and go on with the show. Because More to See M&J is coming up, but I can see that this needs to go behind here. Behind my web presenter, at least. Yeah, there we go. Now y'all can see More to See. So, all right. So they dropped a video one day ago. So let's watch it.
Just the two of us, we hit the road, chasing down the places dreams unfold. Side by side, that's where we're meant to be. And we're finding love's wild energy. New sights, bright nights, come ride with me. Adventures calling with more to see. Two hearts, one path, come feel the beat. There's always more to see.
Embarkation Day, sail away.
All right. Okay. Looks like they're having a big sail away party. saw the Pride on cruise ship drones video, so that was the reason why I wanted to play this one. Maybe they was doing all of this while the Viking ship it was in the frame. They're having a big party over here, though. This is nice.
Peace out, Baltimore. See you Sunday.
That's pretty. And I like these transitions too.
Steakhouse. It's very pretty here.
Very nice.
This is really cool. We actually have a reservation here for Tuesday night.
And that Pride is a nice ship.
It's a long
Very,
way
very
down.
nice. And see what Gerald just did is she put a little extra information that the viewers can see. This is my first time watching the video, so that was good for me to know. There's little extra things that you can put in your video. You really just don't necessarily have to say it in the moment, but that's what a title can do for you after the fact. That was a perfect example. And you see how the slow pan is moving? The slow pan is a good way to capture the footage as well. It allows for the viewer to digest the footage. Quick pans are very hard to follow.
What they have going on at the nightclub this week.
Hey, Progressive Missionary Baptist Church in Galveston. Hello. Welcome in.
Alchemy bar.
Oh, I like those tiles. It's very nice. And that circle window.
Look at that view. The window is very cool. Look at the water behind us too. Just look at it.
It's very wet. So a mermaid today.
This is the Sunset Garden. I think it's called.
Yeah. Sunset.
I think that's what it is. Where's the sunrise? Sun's home.
It's not a wide room.
No, it's really cool here. So we just had our first dinner in the dining room. It was good.
Yeah.
I had the cheese ravioli.
Yeah, the swordfish is floating.
I had a Cobb salad with it. I had my appetizers. And you had shrimp cocktail.
Interesting. It's very good.
Yeah, it's good. Now we're just kind of going around and taking a look at the ship. I haven't really seen everything yet, so
Looking for ducks.
taking it all in, looking for ducks. Did find one. Where's the little guy? We found this one. But there's nothing on it. Like there's no name or anything, so we don't know. We don't know where he came from. Is it pretty? There's no.
Cute duck.
Either way, he's going back to Jersey. Alright, we're gonna check out some more spots.
Look at duck.
One more. Let's go.
piano bar. The Pride is a very nice ship. I like it. A lot of ornamental stuff on the walls. And a lot of display cases too. It's an older ship, but it does look very nice. And if you're a cruiser, you know all about that view right there.
Room service. Delicious. It's dark out here. Kind of eerie, isn't it?
And they have a slogan that says, "Life is short, make it count." And that's more to see. So thank you guys so much for coming into this full episode, this first full episode. You guys were here to witness it, of the Creator Cabin. Thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to close out the poll. Let's see if we got any more votes. Okay, so we have 50% of you. Your biggest content creation bottleneck right now, what is your number one focus? Is coming up with fresh ideas. That's still, isn't it? You know, that's like always the best thing. Like, what are we going to do next? What can I do next? And I want you to ask yourself that question. What can you do next as a creator that can benefit the whole community? I ask myself that question, and connecting and growing channels is something that I love to do. It is near and dear to my heart because I am a kind human. And that's what I ask that each and every one of you do. Everybody is humankind. I ask that you be a kind human. Until next week, y'all take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Bye now.